Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's COVID pub quiz with myself, Lee. Um, I hope you're all keeping well and looking forward to this evening's quiz. I've been doing a bit of jiggling around today, trying to get a new software so I can put the questions up on the screen for you, but I seem to be having a bit of issue with that at the moment. So hopefully next time I might be able to figure it out so you can see all the questions on the screen. So today will be the traditional way where I read the general knowledge questions out. 5 rounds. This week's rounds are going to include a TV and film. Then we're going to have a music round. Then we shall have a comedy round, and then a capital round, and then a general knowledge round. So each round, as normal, will contain 10 questions each. 3 rounds, then I will give you the answers after the third round. Then a short break as usual before we go into the final 2 rounds. I hope you're all. Let me know if you're tuned in or ready and raring. I hope you've enjoyed a good weekend since our last quiz. Still haven't decided what quiz I'm going to do for the specialist round on Wednesday, so still deciding on what to do. So yeah, so we shall start shortly. As again, I apologise, I'm trying out a new software, but it's not worked. So hopefully I can get around to sorting it out. In the break, I shall put a bit of music on, just to bide the time while we have a quick break, give you answers going. There's no picture round this week, like I said, I was hoping to do it on the other program, but it didn't work. It's nice to welcome everyone that's been following me, and since I've been doing the quizzes, it's been nice. Just want to say thank you for supporting me all the way. And hopefully, obviously, if we get any new viewers, that'll be nice. If anyone, just spread the word, let them know that we're doing a quiz. General knowledge on a Monday, and then specialist quiz on a Wednesday. Just make sure you've all got your drinks and snacks available. As usual, it'll be 30 seconds between each question to give you a chance to answer it. And then after the third round, we shall go through the first 3 answers. There might be a couple of words that I might struggle with, but I will spell them out if you need me to. Just let me know. As I say, so we've got TV and film, round 1. Round 2 will be a music round. Round 3 is a comedy round, so all questions relating to either comedy programs or certain people. Round 4 is the capital round, so I would want to know like what capital of a certain country is, or what the capital and what country that capital relates to. And then round 3 is round 5 will be our general knowledge round as usual. So yeah, so we'll give it a little time, let a few people join in before we start. Let me know how you're all getting on. If you can, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're watching. And we shall begin shortly. We've all got your beverages waiting. Fortunately, it's been not a nice weekend this weekend with the weather-wise, so haven't been able to enjoy the garden as much. Keeping myself busy, finding projects to do. Hope you're all doing the same. A bit of resting, obviously, if you've been working during the week, or whether you've just been stuck at home and finding projects to do. Keep yourself busy and entertained. where are we at? I think we might begin. So, as usual, write your answers down, pen and paper. Let me know towards the end of the quiz how you got on, or drop me a message on Facebook or something. Let me know. It'd be good to know what all your answers are. So, what we'll do, we'll start. So, with TV and film round 1, we have question 1. Which other TV soap apart from EastEnders did Ross Kemp star in? So that's which other TV soap apart from EastEnders did Ross Kemp star in? As I say, you've got 30 seconds between each question to give me your answer. Question 2. What is the name of the second James Bond film? So what is the name of the second James Bond film? Question 3. In The Great Escape, what were the code names of the 3 tunnels? So in The Great Escape, what were the 3 code names of the 3 tunnels? And on that one, I will give you a point each for everyone you get right. No, I don't expect you to talk. Number 4. Man on the Moon was the biopic of which US comedian? So, Man on the Moon was the biopic of which US comedian? Question 5. What character is played by Oscar Isaac in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars? So, what character is played by the Oscar Isaac in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars? Question 6. Who created The Simpsons? So, who was the creator of The Simpsons? Question 7. Who plays Jon Snow in Game of Thrones? So, who plays Jon Snow in Game of Thrones? Question 8. What does the slang term Tokyo refer to in Peaky Blinders? So what does the slang term Tokyo refer to in Peaky Blinders? Question 9. What causes John Wick to return to his old life of crime in the John Wick film? So what causes John Wick to return to his old life of crime in the John Wick film? And final question in TV and film is, how did Roxy and Ronnie Mitchell die in EastEnders? So how did Roxy and Ronnie Mitchell die in EastEnders? And that is your 10 questions for TV and film this week. So we shall move on to the music round in a moment. So that is your 10 questions on TV and film. We shall move on to the music round. The first question will please someone I know. Question 1 is, what is Tom Jones' real name? So what is Tom Jones's real name? Question 2. Name the song and the artist for the following lyric. Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. So name the song and the artist for the following lyric. Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Question 3. Matt Goss, Luke Goss, and Craig Logan made up which band? So that's Matt Goss, Luke Goss, and Craig Logan made up which band? Question 4. In which year did the Beatles split up? So in which year did the Beatles split up? Question 5. What nationality is Justin Bieber? So what nationality is Justin Bieber? Question 6. Complete the Spice Girl lyric. If you wanna be my blank, you gotta get my friends. So complete the Spice Girl lyric. If you wanna be my blank, you got to get my friends. You've got to get my friends. So fill in the blank word. Question 7. God Only Knows was a 1966 hit from which American band? So God Only Knows was a 1966 hit from which American band? Question 8. Gary and Martin Kemp were in what band? So Gary and Martin Kemp were in what band? Question 9. Can you tell me what Lee Ryan's first single was called? And I'll give you a bonus point if you can tell me the release date as well. So, what was Lee Ryan's first single called? Bonus point if you tell me the release date. Question 10 of the music round is which two country singers famously sang together in 1983 with the song called Island in the Stream? So which two country singers famously sang together in the 1983 with the song called Island in the Stream? And that is your 10 questions for your music round. Give you a little time and then we will move on to round 3, which will be the comedy round. And then once round 3 is over, we shall go and review all the answers. And then we'll have a quick break before we come back for the final 2 rounds. So, if you are ready, I will reiterate that Lee Ryan question. I want the first solo single album. I should have said that before, so I apologise for that. So it was what was Lee Ryan's first solo single album I was after. So if you are ready, we shall move on to the comedy round. Question 1 is, in which year did the original UK version of The Office air? So in which year did the original UK version of The Office air? Question 2. What was legendary comedy actor Oliver Hardy's real first name? Hardy's real first name? Question 3. What is Sheldon Cooper's one-word catchphrase in The Big Bang Theory? So what is Sheldon Cooper's one-word catchphrase in The Big Bang Theory? Question 4. Name the 5 ingredients demanded by one of Basil Fawlty's guests to make the infamous Waldorf salad. So name the 5 ingredients demanded by one of Basil Fawlty's guests to make the infamous Waldorf salad. Question 5. Complete the name of the British sitcom Steptoe and blank. So complete the name of the British sitcom Steptoe and blank. I'm going to say this was a old comedy British sitcom that I used to watch when I was younger, with many of the British sitcoms that you used to get back in the 90s. That was more related back further than the 90s, but it was still playing, which was good. So it was a good sitcom if anyone used to watch that. British humour. Question 6. Who played the Prime Minister Jim in Yes, Prime Minister? So who played the Prime Minister Jim in Yes, Prime Minister? Harold! No, that wasn't the answer to that question. That was relating to the Steptoe question. Question 7. What was the name of Ronnie Barker's character in Open All Hours? So what was the name of Ronnie Barker's character in Open All Hours? Many sayings from some good British sitcoms there. Maybe you want to re-watch them, to be honest. Don't make them like they used to now. What are we up to? Question 8. Who plays comedy actor Alan Partridge? So that's question 8. So who plays comedy actor Alan Partridge? Question 9. Name the characters played by David Mitchell and Robert Webb in Peep Show. So name the characters played by David Mitchell and Robert Webb in The Peep Show. That is one comedy that I've not watched myself, but I've heard a mixture of reviews on that one. Depends on what type of humour you've got really with that one, I think. And the final question of the comedy round is, what year did the Royal Family TV show first air? So what year did the Royal Family TV show first air? And that is your final question of the third round. What we'll do is, once you have written your answer down in about 15 seconds, I'll give you a minute just to go through if you're missing any, and then we will go through all the answers. Right, so we'll give you a minute from now, and then we'll go through the answers of the first 3 rounds, and we'll have a quick break, and we'll go from there. Hope you all found that those 3 beginning rounds okay. I know there were some tricky questions in there, but that's a quiz. You get easy questions, you get hard questions. It depends on what you know and what you don't know. Right, we'll go through the answers. Now, I've been advised to give it a little bit longer. I was rushing the answers, so I will give you 10 seconds. I will do 10 seconds in between. I'll give you each answer. We'll work it out that way. So the first one was, which other TV soap apart from EastEnders did Ross Kemp star in? The answer was EastEnders. Number 2 was, what is the name of the second James Bond film I was after, From Russia with Love? So that's From Russia with Love. Next one, in The Great Escape, what were the code names of the 3 tunnels? It was Tom, Dick, and Harry were the 3 code names of the 3 tunnels. Man on the Moon was the biopic of which US comedian? And that was Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman. Next one was, what character is played by Oscar Isaac in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars? And the answer I was looking for was Poe Dameron. So it's P-O-E space D-A-M-E-R-O-N. Poe Dameron. Then I asked who created The Simpsons, and that was Matt Groening. So M-A-T-T-G-R-O-E-N-I-N-G. I apologize for my pronunciations. I do struggle sometimes. Then I asked who plays Jon Snow in Game of Thrones, and that was Kit Harington. So Kit Harington played Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. Then I asked what the slang term for Tokyo referred to in Peaky Blinders, and it referred to cocaine. Cocaine was referred to for Tokyo. And then for number 9 was, what causes John Wick to return to his old life of crime in the John Wick film? And it was his dog's murderer causes him to go back to his old life of crime. And then the final one of TV and film, I asked, how did Roxy and Ronnie Mitchell die in EastEnders? And they drowned in a pool. I'll give you a minute to write down your questions. With number 3, I did say I'll give you a point for each. So if you've got Tom, Dick, and Harry, that's a possible of 3 points there. If not, then 1 point each. If not, sorry, you get a point for whatever one you got right. So round 2. Question 1, I asked, what is Tom Jones's birth name or real name? It was Thomas John Woodward is his actual real name. Then I asked, name the song and the artist for the following lyric. Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. The song was Human, and it was by Rag and Bone Man. Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind. Then I asked, Matt Goss, Luke Goss, and Craig Logan made up which band? And they are Bros, was the band they made up. Then in what year did the Beatles split up? They split up in 1970. Then it was, what nationality is Justin Bieber? He is Canadian. Then I asked to complete the Spice Girls lyric. If you want to be my blank, you've got to get with my friend. The answer I was looking for was lover. That's if you want to be my lover, you've got to get my friends. The answer to that one. Then I asked, God Only Knows was a 1966 hit from which American band? It was the Beach Boys. Gary and Martin Kemp were in what band? They were in Spandau Ballet. Then for question 9, I asked, what was Lee Ryan's first solo single called? It was Army of Lovers, and that was released on the 18th of July 2005. So you get a bonus point if you got that question as well. Then the last one I asked in the music round was, which two country singers famously sang together in 1983 with a song called Island in the Stream? And that was Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. So that is your music round answers. Then we will give you a minute just to jot down your score. Then we will move on to the answers of the comedy round. I have been asked to repeat question 1 on the TV and film again. So the question was, which other TV soap, apart from EastEnders, did Ross Kemp star in? He starred in Emmerdale, so it was Emmerdale and EastEnders, the two soaps that he starred in. Right, we'll go on to the answers of comedy round 3. So question 1 was, in which year did the original UK version of The Office air? It first aired in 2001. Then I asked, what was the legendary comedy actor Oliver Hardy's real first name? And it was Norval. So Norvell, Norval. Then, for any Big Bang Theory fanatics out there, I asked, what is Sheldon Cooper's one-word catchphrase in The Big Bang Theory? And it was Bazinga, was his one-word catchphrase. Bazinga. And then I asked, name the 5 ingredients demanded by one of Basil Fawlty's guests to make the infamous Waldorf salad. And he asked for celery, apple, walnuts, grapes, and mayonnaise. That was the answers I was looking for. That was celery, apple, walnuts, grapes, and mayonnaise. Then I asked, complete the name of the British sitcom Steptoe and Blank. The answer was Son. So that was Steptoe and Son. How old, you dirty old man? Then I asked who played the Prime Minister Jim in Yes, Prime Minister, and that was Paul Eddington. So Paul Eddington played the Prime Minister in Yes, Prime Minister. Number 7 was what was the name of Ronnie Barker's character in Open All Hours? It was Albert Arkwright. If you've just got Arkwright, then that's still a point. But his full name was Albert Arkwright. Then I asked who plays comedy actor Alan Partridge, and that is Steve Coogan plays Alan Partridge. Then I was asked to name the characters played by David Mitchell and Robert Webb in The Peep Show, and they are Mark Corrigan and Jeremy Usborne. So Mark Corrigan and Jeremy Usborne. And then the final question in the comedy round I asked was what year did the Royal Family TV Star show first aired? And it first aired in 1998. Was the first ever episode of The Royal Family. So that is your first 3 rounds. Hope it went okay. Obviously, let me know if you can message if you got stuck with any of the questions. I'm sure I can repeat them before we move on to the last 2 rounds, which is the capital round and the general knowledge round. So we're just going to have a quick break and then we shall be back. Thank you. Years ago, last Christmas, came a tender to my wife. So the only flower I cherish, and I vowed I'd have its life. In the street one day I met him. In my eyes that villain grin. Then the curse of pain came o'er me. 'Twas on that very day I sinned. Sure I dream as the hammer strikes the anvil, and I dream as the sparks light on the floor of my blue-eyed turtle dove. She's the only girl I love, as she stood outside that close to the door. When months passed and came my child, in the court I saw my wife, and I heard her beg for mercy when they sentenced me for life. 12 long years I've read her letters, the only comfort I can tell. When I heard that she was dying, but then my lonely spirit fell. Sure I dream as the hammer strikes the anvil, and I dream as the sparks light on the floor of my blue-eyed turtle dove. She's the only girl I love, as she stood outside that close to the door. They would lie down the water, or the prison walls I sprang. And I'm back. So, how did everyone get on with the first 3 rounds? Hope you did all right. Like I say, drop me a message if you can. Let me know your scores, and see how we get on. So, as I say, next round, round 4, is going to be capital round. So, I'll ask you what the capital of certain cities are, what countries, sorry. And then I'll say maybe a capital, and want to know what the country is. And then obviously the final round will be the normal general knowledge round. So hopefully everyone will do okay in that one. So if you're all ready with your pen and papers, I'm back. We shall begin with the capital round. So, question 1. What is the capital of Bulgaria? Can you tell me the capital of Bulgaria? Question 2. What is the capital of New Zealand? Oh, I've said that one a few times in my previous quizzes. If you joined in previously, then you remember. It'll be nice and easy, that one. So what is the capital of New Zealand? Question 3. Beirut is the capital of which country? So Beirut is the capital of which country? Question 4. What is the capital of Canada? So what is the capital of Canada? Question 5. Hanoi is the capital of which country? So Hanoi is the capital of which country? Question 6. What is the capital of Argentina? So what is the capital of Argentina? Question 7. What is the capital of Iceland? So what is the capital of Iceland? Question 8. What is the capital of Slovakia? So what is the capital of Slovakia? Question 9. Can you tell me what the capital of Belgium is? So what is the capital of Belgium? And question 10 is, can you tell me what the capital of Brazil is, please? So what is the capital of Brazil? And that is your 10 questions for the capital round. Like I say, every week I try and mix it up with some of the rounds. But I'll always keep the TV and film and general knowledge round in. Next week I probably won't do the capital round again. I'll do a different round, and then vice versa with the other two rounds that I do. So that was your round 4 completed. Now we will move on to the final round, which is your general knowledge. So if you're all ready, question 1 is, in which sport would you use a shuttlecock? So which sport would you use a shuttlecock? So which sport would you use a shuttlecock? Question 2 is, who is 5th in line to the British throne? So who is 5th in line to the British throne? Now the royal family, who is 5th in line? Ooh, 2 seconds. Next, I'm asking you, number 3 is, what is the biggest state in America? What is the biggest state in America? Question 4. Who wrote Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? So, who wrote Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Question 5. Enchiladas originated in which country? So enchiladas originated in which country? Question 6. In Dirty Dancing, what is Baby's first name? So in Dirty Dancing, what is Baby's first name? Anyone who likes watching Dirty Dancing will hopefully know this. Question 7. How many eggs does an average chicken lay per year? Is it 260, 530, or 1,400? So how many eggs does an average chicken lay per year? Is it 260, 530, or 1,400? Question 8. In which seaside town was Fawlty Towers set? So in which seaside town was Fawlty Towers set? Question 9 is what is a group of lions called? So what is a group of lions called? And your final question for this week's general knowledge quiz is what alcohol do you traditionally use to flame a Christmas pudding? So what alcohol do you traditionally use to flame a Christmas pudding? That is your last 2 rounds of this week's quiz. Give you a minute, 10 seconds to write your final answers down, and then we will go through all the answers together. And then let me know, see how you got on in the total round of the quiz. Right, I'll give you a little time just to sort your quizzes up. Emilio, nice to see that you've caught up with us. As I say, if you're late, then don't worry. The video goes uploaded on YouTube after the live on anyway, so you can still join in afterwards or rewatch the questions if you want. So we'll go through the answers now. So round 4, question 1. Asked, what is the capital? This is the capital round now. So the capital of Bulgaria is Sofia. So Sofia, Sofia. Capital of New Zealand is Wellington. question I use quite regularly. Then I asked, Beirut is the capital of which country? It is Lebanon. So the country Lebanon, its capital is Beirut. And the capital of Canada is Ottawa. Ottawa. Hanoi is the capital of which country? And that is Vietnam. Then I asked, what is the capital of Argentina? It is Buenos Aires. So B-U-E-N-A, then A-R-I-E-S. Buenos Aires or Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. Then what is the capital of Iceland? It's Reykjavik. So it's spelled R-E-Y-K-J-A-V-I-K. Reykjavik. Then I wanted to know what the capital of Slovakia is. That is Bratislava. So Bratislava. Again, I apologize for my pronunciations of these answers. Then the capital of Belgium, it is Brussels. It's the capital of Belgium. And then I asked, what is the capital of Brazil? That's Brasilia. So B-A-S-I-L-I-A, Brasilia. That was your round 4. I'll give you a minute just to sort your answers out. And then we'll move on to the final round. Right, round 5, final answers. I asked, question 1, in what sport would you use a shuttlecock? And that is badminton. So badminton, you use a shuttlecock. Then I asked, who is 5th in line of the British throne? And that is Prince Louis. So Prince Louis is 5th in line to the British throne. And then I asked, what is the biggest state in America? And that is Alaska. Alaska is the biggest state in America. Yeah. And I asked, who wrote Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? That was the Brothers Grimm. The Brothers Grimm wrote Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Then I asked, enchiladas originated in which country? They originated in Mexico. Mexico. And question 6 was, in Dirty Dancing, what is Baby's first name? The first name was Frances. So her first name was Frances. Then I wanted to know was, how many eggs does an average chicken lay per year? I gave you 3 answers. It was 260, 530, or 1,400. The answer is 260. An average chicken lays 260 eggs per year. Then I wanted to know in which seaside town was Fawlty Towers set. It was set in Torquay. Torquay it was set in. And a group of lions, I wanted to know what the name of it was. It's called a pride. So a pride of lions is a group of lions together. And then the final question for this week's quiz of general knowledge, I asked, what alcohol do you traditionally use to flame a Christmas pudding? And it's either brandy or rum. So you can have either brandy or rum. So that's it. That's this week's general knowledge quiz. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Another quiz that I've done, learning a bit more information. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. What we'll do on Wednesday, I'm going to do my specialist round on Wednesday. I haven't quite decided what the round is going to be as of yet. I might do like a school round, which will involve science, general knowledge, sports, literature, or I could do something totally different. I could do like a full music round, or a full comedy round. Like each section of the quiz, each round I could do a different era, so like a 70s quiz, 60s quiz, or 80s, 90s, 2000s, or even the same as music. I'll decide. I have to think what I'm going to do. Hopefully you can join me in that quiz as well. Again, if you enjoyed the quiz, you haven't subscribed, please do. You might get updates of when the next quiz was. On the day of the quiz, I'll always share the link on my Facebook page, or send it via messages to some of my people. So if I do, please tell your friends, family, if they like doing quizzes, to join in. 7 o'clock as usual. So yeah, so let's see what people's scores are. Not bad scores, to be honest. They're ranging in the 30s marks, which ain't too bad. Like I say, this week's quiz was quite hard. Thought I'll throw some extra hard ones in there. Usually it's a fairly easy quiz, but this week was quite hard. Yeah, I hope you all stay safe and enjoy yourselves. Whatever you're doing, whether you're at home, going to work, stay safe, or you're just finding projects around the house. Until next time on Wednesday, if you can join me, that's great. With myself, Lee, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.